Afternoon, everybody. We're working. I've got a microphone. My lapel mic miraculously is now working. Amazing. And my on-air sign is working. Everything seems to be working, so it could be a bad omen. How are we all doing anyway? Let's catch up with the chat. Looks like some may have jumped off the top. I think Chris I've got up at the top at the moment. Oh no, Daniel. Dan's up on top. How you doing, mate? Aaron's in. Ben. Hi, Ben. Chris. Nick Petronics. Bizarre, Bob Anderson, a beaten up Nordmende. It is pretty beaten up, to be fair. Michael Hyde, hi Michael, hi Rob, Rob's radio channel. Catch up Rob Tiveridge, hi Rob. Dull and muggy. It's been sort of raining and it doesn't really know what it's doing here at the moment. But pretty similar, Rob, I think. Welcome back from lunch, Tim. Joe's in, Matambly. Hi, Joe. The only channel that's Capacitor, bingo, yeah. Benji's in, hi Benji. Tom and Susie, how you doing? Hope Susie's still okay. Still catching up. 12 Sundays left for the live streams. The Christmas ones. Hell. Certainly come around quick, hasn't it, Rob? Yeah, Labour budget. But we don't talk politics, really, do we? David Tack, how you doing, mate? To be fair, there's some Christmas stuff for sale in the shops. We went out with Mrs. Cruncher yesterday, and one of the shops has got some Christmas stuff in it already. Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely mad. Sandra's in. Hi, Sandra. Christoph, how you doing? Anthony's in. Yodamin from Minnesota. Welcome. Yeah, you can claim it. You can claim it. As I say, I bought this at the car boot sale for £2. I didn't even want it, to be fair, but I just picked it up and looked at it, and the bloke said, make me an offer. He said, I don't mind, you know, I won't be offended. I looked at it, I thought, it's absolutely shot. It's not worth anything, really. So I flippantly said, oh, a couple quid. He said, yeah, okay then. And, got this radio. I didn't want it. I did not want it. I did not want it. But, you know, it is a Nordmende, which is a good quality radio. I did pull the aerial up, because one of the things you don't want with a radio like this, even though it's beat to hell, is you don't want a damaged aerial, do you? So it's got, what I say I pulled it up. I only pulled the top section up. I didn't fully pull it out because I've been suffering with a really bad back at the moment, so I couldn't really bend down and look at it properly. So, yes, we'll see how my back gets on today, but I'm not going to have a long one today because I need to get back down and rest again because I'm struggling at the moment. There you go. Halloween and bonfire night out of the way before you start thinking of Christmas. They had the Halloween decorations in there as well, though, Benji. They had Halloween stuff in there as well. In fact, they had a lot more Halloween stuff than they did Christmas stuff. Yeah, the OVO radios. Yeah. Well, I've got one beer to drop in, but as I say, I've got to go a little bit easy because I need to take some painkillers later. So I can't really drink with them. I'm gonna slide one in because it's a Sunday and all the rest of it. So the bishop's been upgraded, and he's downgraded. Is an abbot lower ranked than a bishop? I think he is, isn't he? I think he is. So we've got abbot reserve though. So it is a good abbot. Dave, how you doing, mate? You're not well. I'm not well today, David. No, I've knackered my back up good and proper again now. A corset. You know, I'm not into dressing up, Anthony, really. There's 25 Easter eggs. I don't know. May well do. Looking for donations for the Christmas streams? Yes, as always, Christoph. We'll get the beer calendar filled back up again. See, every year we say, right, every week or every month when we do the shopping, we'll put a couple beers back and put them in the beer advent calendar. And we never do it. It's now September and it's absolutely empty of beer. So I need to start getting some beers to put in there, really. Yeah. Well, as I say, I'm a little bit better today, Aaron. I'm struggling to walk around, to be fair. I'm not too bad sat down, but, you know, yesterday we went out, and as I say, we just went to pick something up from Argos. Mrs. Cruncher drove, because I couldn't, you know, I wasn't really up to driving, and we had a little walk around the shops, and I was absolutely knackered afterwards, and struggled to sleep last night. But there you go. Anyway, that's just me. On the old crafty hen. Gavin, how you doing, mate? When I get to monk, I'm really in trouble. Old speckled monk or something, yeah. Yeah, I think the bishop is above the abbot. I really don't know. I mean, the abbot seems to have quite a nice little hat on now. I mean, it looks pretty official. It is reserve, and it is 6.5%. So normal abbot is very good, one of my favourite beers, but the abbot reserve has just got that something extra. Really, really nice. Can you buy me an advent calendar this year? Yeah, but I think we're not the remote control ones on the head, I think, Rob, unless you can come up with something a bit fancy. I've got to let the grandkids have the other two because I don't use them. They're just sat downstairs. They've got to let the grandkids have them to play with them. I was hoping to see them last week, but they didn't pop around. So I'm going to have to go up to them. Let's pop this one in. Strong and bold. Full-bodied ale, apparently. Another one to look out for, David. Down under. Cool. That's a bit feisty, that one. Warm beer, see? It's warm. Beano 5000. Nice. It is a very nice beer, David. If you can get Abbott, I mean, I expect you can get Abbott over there. It's a very, very popular beer. They sell it in cans as well. I'm sure they export it. But Abbott Reserve, you don't see this in many places, but Morrison's are doing it at the moment. Well, the little Morrison's extra shops. That's where we get this from. So if you're into your beer and you've not tried an Abbott Reserve, then I think you'll be very pleased with that. So cheers, everybody. Yeah, yesterday was really nice here. In fact, we've had a nice few days. Been really lucky. So in the background, you can see our poorly little Nordmende Transita Deluxe, and I did put some pictures out to the channel members and Patreon this morning, just to give you an idea what it's looking like. But it's going to need a lot of fettling. It's definitely a lot of fettling. But I really don't know if this is going to work or not. The guy said he's had it in his shed for years. You can tell that because of all the corrosion on the aluminium and the rust on the side trims and the handle. The handle's very wobbly, as if it's lost its little springs. I suspect they've rusted off. The bottom panel it's got the battery door. It has got it, but there's a bit of plastic by the looks of it just broken off across there. So there should be a little bit of plastic that this clips into. I've got to put that in there. So I think this, you could get a mains a little bit like the Grundig one. So yeah, that piece there should clip in to another piece along here. I think you would probably just pop it open that way. So I might be able to make something up for that. But yeah, it looks like it would have been available with a power supply as well. But I'm saying that we have got a 2-pin plug there, so maybe not then. So maybe we can just seal that back up then and work it on the mains. So yeah, it looks like it's just a normal figure of 8 with a switch in it to switch your batteries out. So yeah, might better hot glue that in position or something. But I haven't got a clue if this is going to work. I mean, so it's got long wave, medium wave. I think what is K is short wave, and it's got FM on it. We have got an aerial, and it has got the top on it. I say I did pull the top section out, but it has got the full aerial. Look, I don't know if it comes out any further than that. I don't want to pull it too hard. Yeah, it's got an aerial that works. It is Nordmende though, so it's good quality stuff. Surprisingly, the wood grain is perfect, no issues. The Transita Deluxe label has worn away, but I've got enough text on that to recreate that label, I reckon, because the top of the T is missing, but I've got a T there. So in Photoshop, I can transfer that over to there. And the E is missing off of Deluxe, but again, I've got an E here. So I can stick the E on the end. I think I've got another one of these as well, you know, that I got from the Retrotech or whatever it was called before it was Retrotech. I'm pretty sure I've got another one of these. So it might be that I can scan the label from the other one and just make a transfer up. So that's doable. I don't know if you can see the rust on the corners here. Let me get you in. This is going to be difficult. I think this is going to need to be sprayed. If I go in close for you. So yeah, you can see that all this chrome trim is gone really. You know, nothing's going to get that up. A bit of steel wool will clean it back, but I think I'm going to have to give it a blast of silver hammerite. And there's my Transita Deluxe partial label. And on the top, I don't know if you can see it, can you see the corrosion on the aluminium? So this is really one of these. You've seen all the Indian guys doing these like things they found on the side of the road. I think it's going to be a little bit like that, I think. These restoration or fake restorations. This isn't fake though. This is how I bought it for £2 whole, £2 British, which is what is that? About $3, is it? Something like that in US. So it's pretty ropey. I don't know the age. Got anything that would give us an indication of age on the dial plate at all? It goes up to 108 on FM, which is nice. Anybody recognise any stations that are no longer with us that might give it an age? I have got a copy of the service manual as well, so I think we're going to be okay if it needs any work. But yeah, it's pretty ropey. Might polish up with some peak metal polish, evaporust, and paint it. What costs more, the Abbots or the radio? The Abbots cost more. The Abbots was more expensive than the radio. How about that? So I need donations for Abbott and the radio. Oh dear, that is pretty mucky, isn't it? Should we give it a wipe over first? Have I got any wipes here? I did have some new wipes, but I don't know what I've done with them. They're probably on the stairs. I tend to have an en route system whereby I bring stuff in from the car and I put it on the stairs, awaiting a trip up the stairs. And then the idea is that every time I go upstairs, I take something from the en route pile to go upstairs with. Okay, well I cleaned up quite a lot there, really. You know, aluminium, unfortunately, when it gets damp, it goes very powdery. Sounds like me in the mornings. Oh, surprisingly, it is sort of cleaning up. It's coming up a bit better. I don't know if you can see that, but that's because it's silver. It's blowing it out a bit, isn't it? But it is pretty mucky, to be fair. I would suggest this has just been his shed radio for many years. It's probably been stuck on one station on FM for all its life. So no doubt the switches will be noisy as hell. I wouldn't be surprised if this just works, because it is a Nordmende. Lots of bodily fluids all over it, no doubt. Gotta love it, I mean. Okay, well that's come up a little bit. I mean, it's going to need a lot of polishing. I'm not really sure what I can do about these little sort of flecks. If we can get the light off, the little flecks of corrosion, but it is sort of looking a bit better. I've just literally given it a wipe over. Okay. So I think we'll connect it up with a battery. Not a battery, but with my connectors. So I've got to make sure I get this the right way around, because I can always forget which is positive and which is negative with these battery clips. So let me go and get one a minute. Oh, stuff's falling down already. Where are we? PP9, so we've got That's a positive and that's the negative. So that's positive there. So we got 9 volts, current limited. Let's connect her up, see what happens. Okay. Nothing. Not a dicky bird. Interesting. Is it just dirty connectors? Nothing. Right, okay. So let's try it with the mains. I did have a lead here somewhere, so let's plug it into the variac. Is that powered on? Yeah, okay. Let's plug it into the variac a minute. Speaker missing. No, it's not drawing any current, Bob. Hi, Mike. Mike Cass. It's not drawing any current whatsoever. So no current draw. So I'm going to plug in the mains lead. Turn it on. Volume up. Let's put it in FM. Pull the area up. Give it a chance. Let's put it on 100. Should be classic FM. Let's wind her up. See if she draws any current. Now it's coming to life. Wow, would you believe it?
A weight lifted. And all you need to do is send us a message 03700 100.
Well, we're going to have to set that up. That's the thing we've got to do.
It sounds very good.
On to the last one from you.
Okay. Well, a few things to try there, Dame Sandra. Please do report back.
Sounds very good.
Scholarship. Now, for you, Academy of Theatre Arts, welcome to the business, one and all. And this next one's for you.
You're a special kind of people known as show. The audience paid for.
Work edit to try and tick all those boxes.
I've never seen a car show. And you confess 3700 100.
Well, there we are. I didn't expect that to work. I don't know why it's not working on this battery. So we've got something to try and fix, haven't we? But it is working. Woohoo! Happy days. Let's catch up with the chat. $2.63, Aaron. A mouse. Let's catch up with the chat. Rust remover would turn it black. I don't know. I've got some HG rust remover up there, but I think I'd have to spray it because, I mean, it might come up with a bit of steel wool. Sometimes you can get pretty good, you know, slightly pitted steel, but it will remove all the rust pretty much. The Abbott is the rust remover. Hi Gerald, how are you? Radio Museum dates at 73, 74. And you're right, Gerald, it did work. Hi Ivan, how are you? Rusty wreckage. It is. I like it, Ivan. Rusty wreckage. Anyone here buffing? No, I'm not polishing myself, Rob. Anybody else polishing? Anybody else buffing anything up? I've got some cloths for it, Rob. Have I ever worked on a vintage radio containing oil-filled caps? No. Well, saying that, I mean, they're all of the older electrolytics had oil in them, didn't they? But do you mean like oil-filled tantalums, that sort of thing? Daniel sent a Nordmende switch should work. Hi Derek, how are you? If it's been damp switch contacts when they're cleaning, yeah, definite. Speaker missing, yeah. Alright, let's catch up. I'm still catching up. That's the end of the stream. It's not working on batteries though, so we can't sort of like give it the clean bill of health yet. Cleaning and polishing. Okay, I'll catch you in a minute, mate. Peak metal polish, we'll clean it up. Battery leads. No, my battery leads are fine, Rob. Cheers, David. Catch you soon, mate. Thanks for dropping in. You can't get Abbott beer there. No. You had the bishop's finger, David, didn't you? It's a shame. We'll have to send David some Abbott. Send him some Abbott. Good stuff. Oh, I'll tell you what I did do as well. See my poorly finger? Look. Oh, it's sore. I dropped some hot glue on my finger yesterday from my hot glue gun. I was trying to repair a plant pot for Mrs. Cruncher and I had the glue gun upside down. Of course, I didn't think of it dripping, did I? And it dripped onto my hand. That took the skin off instantly. I flicked the hot glue off and the skin came with it. So it's a bit sore, so beware. Hot glue burns. 180 degrees that was as well. What's 100? No, 200 degrees. So yeah, it's took at least one layer of skin off, if not another. But you know. Right. Let's try long wave. It's making noises. So where are we? Long wave. We should get something coming up about here. It is there. Very weak though for Radio 4. Medium wave. Could be switches.
So coming to Old Trafford, clearly with the fixture that this is, you know, this is stepping in.
Well, medium wave's working. How about short wave? Sounds to be lively enough. Let's clip an aerial on it. Let's see if we can get any shortwave action. No. Let's just try this signal generator a minute. Stick out, say, a 6 meg signal. See if it picks it up. It could just be all the noise in here. Oh, we're on 6 megs. Okay, so let's try 100 microvolts. There he is. It's off frequency, but it's off frequency and pretty weak. Right. So we know it works on all bands. I would say it's weak on AM. So maybe something's a bit dodgy in the AM section. Could be an old capacitor. It's the old cliche again, isn't it? But I don't think it's a transistor down, because I don't think we'd hear it. Well, it could be one of the IF transistors, I suppose. Afternoon, Ganesh, how are you? Nasty, yeah. Yeah. It did sting a bit. Yeah, I've had a few 240 volt shocks, but not off radios though, only off of my previous job as a gas engineer. I managed to get a couple electric shocks doing that. So let's have a look somewhere here. I've got the service info, so let's open that. Let's have a quick look at the battery circuit before we take it apart. If I can work out how to take it apart, that is. Of course, it could just be that the IF is low, couldn't it? Right, okay, so we've got, it's actually really good schematics. It's a 3-page schematic, so let's get rid of me. Let's go onto screen and then fade. Okay, well we've got two. Why have we got two? Oh no, just one. Okay, so I'll take it this is our main socket. This is our battery circuit here. There's a switch in the main socket, so maybe that switch isn't making contact. If that switch wasn't making contact, then that wouldn't work. We zoom in a bit more. So you can see the switch there. So when you push the socket in, it breaks that switch to switch out the batteries. And when you pull the plug back out again, it should make that switch again. I mean, even me just pulling the plug in and out there might have done that. Otherwise, if we assume the batteries are okay, so that's going to be positive. I've got some dies, but that's the rectification dies. It's not going to be those. That's in circuit. Anyway, it's got to be something that's unique to the battery supply. I mean, it looks like, because that goes up to the amplifier, it's got to be something in this area, isn't it? It's got to be something. It's got to be that switch, surely. I can't think of anything else it would be. Just racking my brains. Obviously that fuse is okay because we're working off the mains. So what's going to be the, oh, it's positive and one's negative rail. So negative there. That's our battery negative. Yeah, could be that switch then, unless anybody else has got any suggestions. Yeah, it uses the like cycle lamp batteries, these Nordmendes. It's a weird battery setup. I think it uses a battery box and two of those 4.5 volt batteries. Have we got anything in the manual that shows us that? Yeah, so it says two standard torch batteries of 4.5 volts each. So there must have been some sort of power holder or something for that. Power holder? What's a power holder? Some sort of battery holder then. And it could be just that this clip is knackered. So it could be a break in the wire inside this clip. It's a shame because this is a really nicely rubber molded clip there. I've never seen as nice a battery clip as that. It certainly doesn't come apart, so it's molded in one piece. Very nice. But as I say, it could be that one of the wires is broken inside here. It's more than likely it's the switch in the back of this socket here. There's a little switch in there that switches it out. So we need to get the thing out of the case. There's something rolling around inside. So usually you've got to undo some screws on the bottom. The whole case lifts up on these things. Like the inside piece comes right out. I wonder if this is any different. We've got a couple of screws on the bottom here. Let's pop those out and see what happens. Sounds like Maddie's off out for a walk. Okay. The handle comes off. I'm not sure if I need to. I need to take these out maybe. Sometimes. Let's try that. Let's take that one and that one out. It has got some screws in the top panel, but I don't think you take them out. It's a long time since I've worked on one of these. Let's have a look, see if it tells me how to take it out. Remove the battery box and receiver. Remove the knobs, unscrew the 4 screws and remove the dial. Okay, so we have got to take the dial off. All right. Unscrew the screws, extreme left and right of the plastic part and withdraw extreme left and right. So it looks like we have got to take these rusty old screws out, so I'm going to have to be careful with these because I don't want to, because there's a bit of rust on them, I don't want to ruin the heads on them, if you know what I mean. These just need a bath in the ultrasonic and they'll come up quite nice. Do need to get myself another ultrasonic cleaner. The one I got is absolute rubbish. Okay, let's give that a little squirt of air just to blow the rubbish out of it. And they should. Yep, that's the first one. It does say you've got to pull the knobs off, which will be fun. I'd better do that before I undo too many screws. Cool. Flipping heck. Okay, they're coming off. 1, 2. This one don't want to come off. No. John gave me a little bit of rubber to put under there, but I think I might use the old cloth method because we have got a fair bit of a gap in between there. So I get just a cloth and running underneath the knob. No, need a thinner piece than that. Okay, it's because it's got like a ridge on it. Let's go for method number 2, which is brute force and ignorance method. Brute force and ignorance method always wins, doesn't it? Where's my bit of plastic? My protective bit of plastic. Just decided to do a runner for today's show. Okay, I'll use that, will do. Just want something I can lever against. Cool, that one ain't moving at all. That is on there. Cool. That is properly on there. Need a better bit of plastic, really. Something nice and flat. Something nice and flat I need. I know the bit that I need. I can find a piece. Always the same when you need something, you can't find it, but when you don't need it, there it is. I can't put this hand in anywhere because I got a baddies on there. There we go. That's the bit I'm after. It's one of those. It's one of these drawer dividers. There she goes. Got her. Oh God, I tell you what, I say I got it, but that is stiff all the way. Got it. Says as he drops it on the floor. I've got to try and bend down and pick it up off the floor. Oh, there we go. Right. Whew. Let's get the rest of the screws off. Andy Beck, how you doing, mate? Yeah, God, I know the feeling. Struggle to sleep at the moment. Gia, how you doing? And Jeff? Dirty bypass switch, that's what I reckon. Try an old typewriter rubber eraser. Is that for the aluminium on the top? Right, let's get the rest of these screws out. Well, we're lucky there, no heads burred over, and yeah, this is a bit fragile as well. To be fair, it's actually quite good that that comes off all as one, because that'll make cleaning it a lot easier. Very nicely made, isn't it? So it looks like that dial plate will come right off, so I'll be able to clean that separately. That bit looks like it just comes out of there. Okay. Ow, I've just banged my finger again. I'm going to have to go and put a plaster on that, you know. So we've got another couple screws in here by the looks of it. One there and one over here. And then hopefully we should be able to just withdraw the chassis. Hello. Was that supposed to just drop out like that? Strange, it didn't look like it was held on to anything. Oh, I see. Right, yeah, that was supposed to be held on by the side screws here. That's why. I didn't need to take those side screws out. That piece there should go in there with the side screw. Right, okay. There you are. So now you know for next time. So they're exactly the same screws that are in the bottom. Now will it come out? No, what is floating around in there? See, maybe you've got to pop this off then, because it looks like it's prized. It looks like there's some tabs in here. You can see that there's a tab in there. There's also a tab in there, so maybe I just need to pop that out. There's also, looks like there was a rubber washer on there. There's also a tab there as well. Be careful, because this old plastic can get very brittle. Let's see what the instructions say first, before I go wrenching it out. It says nothing about that. It says basically unscrew the screws, remove the dial, and screw the M3 screws at the extreme left and right of the plastic part, and withdraw the chassis. Well, you can't withdraw the chassis because of those plastic tabs, so it looks like you've got to take those little plastic tabs out to get the chassis out. Let's get a stiffer spudger. That one out. God, it's tight, isn't it? It's got to come out of there, but there's not a lot. Let's just try taking those back ones out first. Maybe they're slightly bigger. Maybe these need to come out first. What's those free? That one. Don't tell me you've gone back in there. Got it. Ooh. Phew. Okay, so we've got the speaker and we've got the battery lead. So does the speaker unplug? Strange, it's got a elastic band on the speaker. Well, that's perished. It looks like the speaker just unclips and lifts out. Again, all plastic clips. Get my hand in there without killing my poorly finger. No, screwdriver time. It will come out. Do I need to take it out? Do you need to take it out, Graham? Or should I just disconnect it there? Let's just disconnect it there. I was saying that. It would be useful to get it out to make sure it's okay. My poor hand. Don't damage my hand, please. When he's moving. That's going to graunch it all up, I think. Yeah, I'm going to leave that in there, I think. Let's just disconnect it here. Just take a quick picture of the way the leads are. Just disconnect those. Pull this one through. And we're free. What was floating around in there then, I wonder? Was it in the bottom of here? Oh, okay. Ugh. That looks like part of the battery clip and the battery box. Is that bit snapped off of somewhere, or? Yeah, that looks like some part of this, I would say. It's got like a little arrow on it. Doesn't look like it's snapped. It just looks like it's fallen out somewhere. Yeah, it definitely looks like it fits on there. So that could be our missing link to fit our battery back in. Or battery holder. You never know, we might be lucky. There's lots of nastiness on the bench here now. Let's see if we can get some of that off a minute. What have I done with me cleaning wipes again? Oh, this has got those cylindrical capacitors in it. They are shockingly bad. And one of them looks pretty gone. Right. Yuck. Let's get the camera repositioned a bit. And we'll go in a bit closer. Yeah, these are electrolytics, and they are notoriously bad. Pretty much a change on site, these plastic encapsulated ones. The Fracco ones, they tend to be okay. Doesn't look too bad inside. There's a little bit of corrosion on bits and pieces. Oh, that strange elastic band situation was. Probably stop the cable snagging when you put it back in. I suspect this might be the FM board here. It's going to be a pain in the ass to get that one out, because I've got to take that whole daughter board off. Let's have a look on the schematic and see if any of these, I mean this is obviously on the output because that's the speaker connect across that one. This has got to be the output IC then. These are in the output. That's FM. And that one's in the power supply. So here's our switch. And that is looking pretty tarnished. So we can check this switch a minute. We can check that switch. So let me think, that should that be open, or that should be closed now, shouldn't it? To allow the batteries to work. What's this jam down here for? What on earth is it doing down here? Okay, so we've got two connectors, so that should be made. No, so it's fairly high resistance. It's showing 40 ohms. Ohms, but not enough to beep. So I think that that connection is bad. So it looks like we've got one rubber mounted screw, and this section just unplugs. Make it a bit easier to get to. One screw in there by the looks of it, and it should come out. There's like a modular plug there. There we go. Very clever. Very clever German engineering. So you can see our switch now. It's looking pretty bad, isn't it? That is pretty bad. Yeah, so that should be making continuity there, but it's not. Is it even touching? So the idea is when you plug your power supply in, I can find the lead. What have I done with the lead? Did I tidy it up? Why tidy things up, Graham? Well, I had a lead there a second ago, didn't I, that I'd plugged into the variac that I was powering the radio with. And now it's totally gone. It's absolutely disappeared off the planet. I've got another one here. I think. Have I? That's strange. Is that it down there, maybe? Or is that the one I've just been yanking at? No, that's the one I've just been yanking at. That was connected there. It's got to be here, because literally I've just used it. No. Oh, there's another one. Right. So this should switch this out as you push this in. You should see that switch lift up. Yeah. So that should now be continuity. Mind you, these leads are a bit knackered. Right, so that should be making contact with that now. And it's not. So take that back out again. You can't really see there, can you? Let's get you in a bit closer. You can see how dirty that is. So I've just pushed that in and that's making contact with the top one. So I should have continuity there, but I haven't. Absolutely open circuit. And if I pull that out, it drops that switch back down again and it should make contact with the bottom too. It's got about 50 odd ohms, so that switch contact is absolutely knackered. Gonna need to try and get some emery paper in there. So I need a little tiny slither of emery paper to go in there. Right, let's find a little bit of emery. Don't need to go mental and sand the contacts down. I just want a very light grade 1000 grit or something like that just to go through and help it on its way. Let's cut a piece of that off. Fold it in half. We're doing both the battery contacts at the same time. So if I plug that back in, I should be able to get that right in there. Plug it out again. And just work it back and forward. Do the same to the top. So plug that back in to make that top contact. Let's see if we've got continuity there now. Yes, we have, and there. Yes, we have. Way. Sorted. So we need to put a little bit of deoxit in there to stop that happening again. So I'm going to put a little bit of D100 on both contacts. Let's plug that back in. Make sure we're still good. Yep. There you go. That was a simple fix, wasn't it? Nice. Nice and easy. All right, let's catch up with the chat a minute. Gio, how you doing, mate? 3 LR12 batteries. Yeah. Black belt in brute force and ignorance. I certainly have. Danish, how you doing, mate? Where is he? That's jumped. I've got loads here. Loads. Loads of chat to catch up. I think I need to get some ABBA in me when I'm catching up with the chat, you know. Let's put the rest of this bottle in. What's Gavin saying? Just looked at the Sony D88 Discman. You have one not working. 1,000 to 1,500, Gavin. Yeah, flipping heck. Danish is in. £340. They're so expensive, aren't they? I've got some Discmans here, Gavin. I've managed to get some of them working, but they are a bit temperamental. Hi Brett, how are you? Keith, how you doing, mate? Thanks, Andy, back. I think it's just manky. Something's lived on it, I think, Aaron. It's got an IC, yeah. Here's an audio amp chip by the looks of it. Jim Gordon, how you doing, mate? Whew. Multi, good afternoon to you, mate. So we're in the transformer, so we've got a dual winding on it, so you must somehow be able to switch it across for different contacts, perhaps. Maybe it matters which way you put this plug in. Didn't think of that when I ripped it out. Wrenched it. But yeah, it does seem to have multiple outputs. I'm not sure how you select the voltage on it though. It certainly looks like all four were connected, although they are a bit, they've pulled out a little bit by the looks of it. There's a lot of tarnishing. I'll take it as some of this is silver. The pins on this side look silver. You can see the pins there. These look like silver. Let's say that just plugs back in there. So, I mean, we don't need that back on for a minute. That's actually quite a good idea to make it modular like that, isn't it? So as, you know, I can now put that to one side and I haven't got a heavy transformer hanging off the board. It makes it easier to get to the FM module as well. I take it that's what that daughter board is. Was the FM front end in here? This will be the FM front end, won't it? Maybe this is... Yeah, the FM front end will be in here. RF section. Maybe this is IF then, because that's, again, we've got another IC in there, as somebody pointed out just now. I think it's bizarre spotted that. But yeah, these caps are notoriously bad. Let's pop this one out and let's just see if we can prove a point here. It's going to be fine, isn't it? Now I've said that, that's going to be perfectly okay, that. No issues whatsoever. Now I've said that they're all bad, it's going to be perfect. There's easy access into the back of all the switches as well. So we'll squirt some deoxit down those while I'm waiting for the desoldering tool to heat up. Let's give it the good stuff. Because it could well just be the switches that are stopping it working very well on AM. Because I say, I doubt whether it's been used on AM, it's probably been sat in FM. Yeah, switches look pretty dirty. I'm surprised the tuning cap was any good, to be honest. Hang on, I might have found the issue. I might have found the issue. Can anybody spot some? No, it's not necessarily this, because this might have happened when we pulled the radio out, but have a loose wire there, and we have a loose wire there. That could explain why medium wave was so poor. Sorry, long wave, because that is the long wave aerial coil there. So that might explain why we weren't getting why we weren't getting any. What are you trying to say, Graham? We weren't getting radio 4 very well, put it that way. I think this is this Litz wire. Can I solder it together, I wonder? Let me get the microscope over and have a look. But that's obviously one of the issues. My pictures have popped up on this day, 1st of September. On this day, 1st of September, 2 years ago, 4 years ago, was a visit from Mr. George Christophe. Hello. 4 years ago. That's literally just popped up on my computer. That's a bit spooky, isn't it? George very kindly came down and see me and gave me a very nice bottle as a prezi. Hi Derek, how you doing? Derek Taffman? Oh, Rob, not caps again. Surely, Rob, not the caps. Is Rob the caps? Yes, it is. He's a caps animal, isn't he? Oh dear. You got promoted to lead mechanic. Well done, Keith. You found some Abbott Reserve in Tesco the other day. 4 for 3. Very nice. It is good stuff, Balti. You want to have a quick look at the diagram? No worries. Let's find the schematic. It was that one. Now, what were you looking at? The transformer. So it's got a center tap by the looks of it, hasn't it? It did say, I'm sure something says here about, yeah, it's got 127 on one pin and 240 on the other. I'm not sure what that means. 220 on the other. Has that answered your question, sir? Please don't use all caps all. What does that mean? All caps all? Yeah, I got a bit of a shock back at the moment, Derek. Really struggling, but Mrs. Cruncher's fine. She's doing all the lifting. You just solder the lead to the center tap instead of the end for 127. Yeah. Not to use all caps. What are all caps? Never heard of those, Aaron. Is that a brand name? All caps. There you are. So Well, that's explained that, hasn't it? Not sure what this means though. There isn't really a connector like that. Or is there? No. Oh, that's just a picture of the back of the transformer, isn't it? Yeah. That's a picture of the back of the transformer there. Showing that the center ones, there's no connection to the center pin. So if you wanted 127, you'd have to connect to that pin, wouldn't you, on the transformer? That's what that means. Yeah, so you'd have to physically swap the transformer connections over. Clever. Took me a while to work that out, didn't it? I think you'd all sussed that before me. Right, the other thing I was going to look at then, let's see if we can get this back a bit in the screen, is to find out where the AMIF is. That's one of the ICs. I wonder if the IC does the IF, or well, the FM. Is it the IC does the FM? Maybe. There's lots of parts of the circuit. Is that the same? No, that's different. FM tuner. Okay. That's the FM tuner. And maybe AM is done on that IC then, perhaps. FM tuner. So the FM tuner is that little bit on the top. ZF 528283. 528283. 528283. Component side, soldered side. There's a lot of pins. I've got these sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pins to get at that, but looks of it. No, 9. 2 up there as well, and 1 there, maybe 10. Oh no. Yeah, so that's gotta be alignment points. Five two eight two eight three. 283, that's this board here. 528283. Have you got all that on one picture? Pretty much. It's got to be the AM board, hasn't it? Maybe, or is it the FMIF? I really don't know. What clues have we got? Oh, we got a filter in there. This could be FM then. .49 meg oscillator. Long wave, medium wave oscillator. Oh, 49 meter oscillator. That's fed up into here. Yes, it does look like this is the AM board. So it could be that that cap on this board is what's causing poor AM reception. Got some tantalums as well by the looks of it. Could be tantalum, but yeah, 10 microfarads, 22 microfarads. Again, they might be tantalums. Okay. Let's see if we can get this wire soldered back across a minute. I need to just have a look at that, just to see if that's solderable. Because I've tried soldering some of this type of wire before and it's nigh on impossible. Right. I'm going to zoom you out a bit because I need to get in there with a microscope and you won't be able to see. I could change it to USA voltage, I could do, yeah. £2, yeah. Yeah, that's £2. He could have had it as is for £2. But, oh, hello. Stuff falling over again as is per usual. Is it copper? Yeah, that wasn't broken by me. That's corroded on both ends. Can I clean that up, I wonder, without breaking it? It's really thin. That's that bit. So it's got like a cloth covering on it, but I think, how am I going to solder that then in mid-air? Can I get a little loop in one? It's a bit of give on that, so if I put a little tiny loop, literally I've got to use the microscope to see this, so tiny. A little loop in there, cool. Shaky hands. So I put two little hooks on the end of each. Hook them together maybe. See if I can get some solder on that. Put a little bit of the runny flux on that. Some mega fine solder. Got a massive great soldering iron tip, but then you do need to get a bit of heat into this to melt the looks like it's gone. God, it's so thin I can't even squeeze the ends together. Put a little tiny bit more on there, and then I'm going to stick a bit of nail varnish over the top to just seal it all in. That's better. Right, bit of Mrs. Cruncher's nail varnish. Let's get you in a bit closer again. Let's sort of see what I've done, maybe. It's like a hair's thickness, this wire. So just give it a bit of isopropyl first. Very gently. Bit of nail varnish. There you are. So that should hopefully sort the AM out mostly. This is a pain. I've got to desolder all of this to get this one out. But as I say, let's pull this one first and see what that one's looking like. Let's get the camera up a bit for you. Doesn't look like he's leaked. I mean, the bottom is sealed still. So this one is, clean it off. I think that's just some sort of creature that decided to nest there. So this was a 470 at 10 volts. So what do you think it's going to read on the ESR meter then? 470 at 10 volts. Let's get the ESR meter down. That's a nice drop. Place your bets then. 470, 10 volts. And I'm not sure what the make is on these. It just says EL or EK. Actually, no, there's another name in the middle. Is it RDE? RBE? Or ROE? ROE. ROE. So place your bets, eyes down looking, cap bingo. I'm going to get the 47 out as well while we're waiting. 470 at 25 volts. What's the voltage on that one? 16 volts on the 47. So I'll stick those two in a minute while you're having a think. Just solder those up. I say these are not the ones that are causing the issue, so though it is very bassy, so whether that would affect the audio, probably would make it a bit bassier than it should be. Right, are we all done? Are we all done? And Nick's going for half an ohm ESR. Right, here we go then. Let's have a look. Oh, 855. Hell. I did think it would be high. Who have we got? They've got a 535. We've got 590 for Gavin. 650 for Multi. I think Multi is the closest, although a mile out still. So I think that definitely says we're going to have to change them all, doesn't it? So next one's up is the 47 then. So again, same brand, roe, as in roe deer. What do you think that one's going to be then? 47. In the meantime, I'm going to have to try and work out how to get this damn board off. I'm going to get the FM board off. I mean, I could potentially, no, it's just a botch in it. I could possibly just stick a soldering iron underneath and maybe I could desolder them, but it's that one. I'm just going to desolder these while you're having a guess at the 47. Okay, there's 3 pins. 4. 5 pins. So I'm just desoldering the pins on this FM board, AM board even. Where else have we got one? Got one in the middle, but that doesn't appear to be connected. We got a load down here, that one. That one. That one. And that one. That one. Haha, he's out. That didn't take long, did it? Oh, what was all the fuss about, Graham? What was all the fuss about? Right, how are we doing on the 47 then? pretty much right. RN11's gone, they're all gone. $300, Aaron. Yeah. Don, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, Don. Should we push a button then? Everybody had a go. 47. $68. Pretty high. Not as bad as the other one though. Have we got any 68ers in the room? We've got a 77, which is close. 58. I think 77's closer so far. Is it 77, Mike Cass? Maybe? But it's shot. Right, now this one's positive on this side. I've taken this board out while we were doing it. It was actually really easy to take out, easier than I thought. Strange, there's a little tiny... It's like a very small capacitor on the board. Look at that, that's clever, isn't it? They've actually made a capacitor on the board. Can you see it? I thought it was some sort of aerial to start with, but no, it is a capacitor, that, by the looks of it. So it's this section here, and this section here has very small capacitance between the two. It's had a scratch across there though, so whether that's it almost looks like someone scratched that on purpose. Yeah. You see that? So it's like a little tiny capacitor actually printed onto the board. That must have been quite hard back then to get that sort of resolution, I suppose, but let's have a closer look at that. Make sure that's not broken or anything, but then saying that this is the... well, saying that is the FM board, isn't it? AM board even. Yeah, someone has definitely scraped across that for some reason. I don't know why they would have done that. Dodgy looking traces on here. Looks like a solder mass been eaten away in places by the etching process. Huh. Yeah, unusual. Right, okay. So I think what we'll do on this board is we'll turn that microscope light off. We'll change out the electrolytic, and we have got in here, there's another electrolytic there, look, small one, because I don't want to be taking this board out again, so I'm going to do that electrolytic, that one, and there's another little tiny one in there, and we've also got a tantalum over here, so I'm going to do that tantalum as well, if I've got one that's the same. I must pick up a tantalum kit. I have got lots of tantalums, but they're all scattered about willy-nilly. So I have put some replacement caps in here, look. So they're both done. We could lift this Fracco one and see if that's poorly. Let's do that in a minute before we start pulling the FM board out. Lift one leg of this one, and this is 1,000 microfarads. So do you want to have a guess on what this one is? My poorly finger again there. 1,000 microfarads then. at 10 volts. This is one of these Fraco or Fraco. So have a guess at that one a minute then. I think Mrs. Cruncher's out putting together the little storage unit that we bought yesterday. Is she? Don't know, I can hear movement out there. Oh, she is, yeah. Mrs. Cruncher's doing a bit of flat pack. How's it going? Are you loving it? Oh, yeah, it looks complex. It looks smart though. Mrs. Cruncher's doing a lovely job. Oh, I've been given a finger. Do you need supervising? I do need supervising, do I? You need assistance? No? Mrs. Cruncher's doing a flat pack storage unit that we bought yesterday for the garden. It was like a garden storage thing. It's blimmin' so expensive, this plastic garden rubbish furniture. Can't believe how much it was. How are we doing then? 2 fingers? Let's push the button then. So if this is wildly out, then we're going to have to do more. 1350. It's a little bit high, isn't it? It would have been 50% higher, so maybe that one's in spec, 1500. There isn't a lot of electrolytics on here. But do I want to be doing them? This is the question. Because when you start looking at things like 1000 microfarad capacitors, they start getting quite expensive. Although I've got some cheaper ones here, but are they 1000? No, they're 100. Why have I got them in the 1000? Oh, 100. Cracking up. I have got some cheaper 1000 volt ones. 1000 volts? Oh my god. Yeah, let's do it. It's 10 volts. Well, that was 10 volts, wasn't it? Let's stick another one in. 1350. So who was the winner there then? What's that other one there? Another 1000 over there in the power supply. I'll stick a... Tim, was it? Not 1000 volts. 1000 microfarads. Just cracking up, Anthony. You know me. Let's get that one done as well then. While we're in here. I mean, it's going to take a lot of cosmetic work, this one. Oop, steady. put that one in as well. I suspect the new one's going to be around that sort of value anyway, so I mean it's not a million miles out, to be fair, at 1350. So I was intended to leave these be, but those plastic encapsulated things are horrible. So we've got another 1000 volt over here that we're going to change. That's in the power supply. So that's there and there. Let's take that one out as well. It's up here somewhere. See if that's marked on the board. Yes, it is. So that's another 1000 then. What do you think that one is? This one's 16 volts this time. So let's put that one on as well. 1000 at 16, and this is an Elco Rauch. Elco Rauch. Well, this is one of these RDE ones again. But this is not plastic encapsulated. So 1000 at 16 volts this time. So this is going to be the filter cap. So place your bets when I find one to stick in there. $1,000 at 25. Come on down. Oh, don't do that. Naughty. It's a very well made radio. It's one of the last sort of era radios, I suppose, isn't it? Nordmende did make some really good radios. The attention to detail and the little, you know, there's a little tiny felt pad on the end of that marker, look, just as it slides up and down this scale. And this is like a, I don't know if this is a cardboard or what. It's got markings on it as well. I don't know if you can see the numbering on that. So it means you can align the radio without the dial plate, because it's got marks all the way along, 1, 2, 3 up to 0, then back down to 5, because we do need to align the shortwave on it probably. Right, how are we doing on this one then? Have we all had a guess? Cheers, Aaron. Catch you in a minute. Let's push a button. $14.15. $14.15. We got a 1370 with Tim. Oh, hang on. Aaron's 1400. Is that for this one, Aaron? I think it is. 1400. It's got to be Aaron then, hasn't it? 1500 million chip. It's Aaron. Oh, it's Mike, you're thinking. What did Mike say then? Oh, 1405. He just pipped him. Pipped him by 5. Well done, Mike. Yeah. Again, that wouldn't have caused an issue. To be fair, it wouldn't have caused an issue. But while we're in here, let's refresh them because they're clearly knocking on a bit. So I put a 25-volt one in there now. Any other electrolytics lurking on this board? I don't think so. We need to give the potentiometers a clean. Strange, the potentiometers in this, can you see they're actually visible tracks, so they're not enclosed at all. You can physically see the track there. See where my finger is? And same on this one. How strange. I don't know if that's muck or... yeah, it's just where the foam is deteriorated. Let's give that a little squirt. And we'll put some deoxit fader lube on those, just to be safe. That's why they were working fine, wasn't it? Okay. Anything else I can see that we need to address there? So I've done the potentiometers, I've done the switches, maybe a little tiny bit of oil on the tuning cap spindle. Let's do that as well. I'll use a slightly thicker oil, the Super Lube. Super Lube. Get in there without going on to the thing. It's one thing with Nordmandes, very often you find that the... oh, we got a dodgy dial cord. Oh no! No! Yeah, we got a dodgy dial cord. I'm going to do dial cord. No! Can you see? Dial cord. Oh, is that just a... is that just a covering over a nylon center? But that goes round and round and oh no. We don't want to be doing that. We do not want to be doing that. We're going to have to. It's going to have to be dial corded. No. No. I don't want to do a dial cord. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm very much not liking this radio now. Can you see that dial cord? I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah. Let's get you in close down the bottom there. So it looks like we have got the centerpiece is still in there. This piece, the solid bit, but the braided piece that goes over the top has had it. Yeah, that's like an accident waiting to happen, that is. Oh no, I've got nightmares about doing Nordmende. Nordmende dog cords. No, no, no. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. I don't want to. Oh, wow. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. Oh no. Andy Tobin, how you doing, mate? I don't want to. I don't want it. I don't want to. I don't want to touch the dog cord. Right, let's see. Let's see how we're doing. Andy B, welcome, mate. GT Jeff, afternoon to you, Jeff. Whew. No, the ESR seems okay on those, Bob. Million Chip, how you doing, mate? And welcome to Andy Tobin. Good to see you, Andy. Hope you're okay, mate. Send it to David. Kids might be watching. Yeah, it might not be a dog cord. It is the outer's frayed. It's got like a nylon inner with a braided outer on it. The nylon bit will last forever. See a shot, I know. Oh no, 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 no. Right, anyway, let's crack on with the cats. I'm going to totally disregard that. I'm going to totally forget about that. I didn't see that. I never saw that. Let's carry on and get this one out. Oh no. Don't cord. Oh no. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Okay, this isn't marked, so the positive is to the right. Let's just mark that on the board. So this is another 470 then, and the last one measured 800 odd. So what do you reckon this one will measure then? 470. Ooh, this one's not looking good. I think this could be our issue with AM. So 470 at 10 volts again. You ever think about that while I stick another one in? So I do want to finish sort of a little bit earlier tonight if I can. I need to go down and help Mrs. Cruncher with the flat pack. She'll be ripping her hair out very shortly, if she hasn't already. Right, I don't want any snips now. So that's positive there. Let's get this one out. I think these are both 22s at 10. So positive is there. $22. Oh, and a 10 at 25. 10 at 25 and a 22 at 10. just change that one so positive is that way. Positive is there. How are we doing? Are we all done? Let's pull that one out a second. Put that one in. So let's push the button then. 470 is 609. Not as bad. Not as bad. Who's that then? 609. See, you went big again, didn't you? 520 for Chris. 666, Bob. 609. Oh, you have to do the maths on this. 598. That's got to be Thomas. 598, surely. Or was it Aaron? 609. You said 900, Aaron, didn't you? Thomas, Tom and Susie, well done. So did this other one in. So the next one up is 22 microfarads. And this is one of these little Fracco, normally pretty good these, but it's coming out anyway because I don't want to take that board out again if it's still bad. You could check voltages and all that sort of stuff, but let's just get them done. Let's just get them done. So 22 at 10, the next one. And I've got one more to do in here, plus a tantalum. Looks like we're in negative there. How are we doing then on the 22? Come on down. Eyes down looking. Are we all done yet? Still a few stragglers. Just let me look at me. So I'm look at my battery compartment, see how this little thing is supposed to go. What's that off? There's nothing to stop that falling out. It just doesn't seem right. There's a little spring in there, maybe. I'm just talking to myself, don't worry about me. There's a little bit of spring steel in there. Anyway, I'm digressing. Let's do it then. We ready? Cancel 50. Are you going for 50 now? Here we go then. Ooh. Ooh. We've got an in-circuit leaky. Or is it just because it's touching? Let me just pull those legs apart. Let's try that again, because I think the legs might have been touching. Okay, that's better. Pretty good then. 27.7. 20. Oh, Timothy, 27. Bob's closer with 28 though. It's Bob. It's Bob. That was a close one between Bob and Tim then. That was close. And our last one then, 10 microfarads. 10 at 25 volts. No, let me see. That's not a tantalum, but that is... What value is that tantalum? I think it's 1 at 35 volts. Let me have a look at the schematic. Oh, that's annoying. They haven't got a board layout for that. I thought they did. Oh, a dial cord. Oh, yes they have. Yes, they have got a layout. If I tell a lie. Let me see which one this is then. So I'm just looking at the board layout at the moment for this board. So it's that way up, and that cap is this little one here. C255. C255. Where is the little monkey? C255, where are you? 266, 216. It's all these ones where looks like the board does go that way a little bit further, so let's have a look. No, we want C256, 257. Come on, where's 255? I'll have to go bigger, I can't see this. R255, C255, 1 microfarad there, look. Now what's that going across? And why has it got a little tiny thing around? Oh, okay. Yeah, so we've got this little tiny like weird board, but it's not part of that, so I don't know where they got that from, but it is 1 microfarad. V701. Right, so I need to find a 1 microfarad tantalum. Where are you going to find that to, Graham? I'm sure I sorted out some tantalums here a while back, but what the hell have I done with them? That's the question. Right, I go in hunt of tantalums. Just for that little one there, that. Let's zoom you in. The tantalum hunter. Now, where have I put the blimmin' things? See, I've got a couple like odd boxes of stuff. But I'm sure I put a little packet of tantalums together. Now, where are they, Graham? Oh. Don't think we'll be doing the dial cord today, people, but we will do the dial cord. But, where have I done with those capacitors? Okay, they're in this box here. I'm in the spare room now, in my little storage room. Okay, well, it doesn't look like I thought I'd done the tantalums, but I obviously hadn't, because these are all over the shop. I need to get me a job lot. I need one of those selection of tantalum packs, because I've got lots of little bags like this, you see, with tantalums in. But what's the bet that I can't find a 1 microfarad? I mean, that one's probably okay, but a 22, a 10, 10. So you've got some little tiny ones. I wonder what they are, though. Got some little tiny ones. 22, 22. See, what is that? See, that's got a colour code on it, and it looks like orange, red, red. What would that be? Orange, red, red. Any ideas? So that must be lower than my meter measure. There's a couple other smaller ones here. So I've got a black, a black, brown. Bet I won't measure that either. That's 10 microfarads according to that. Black, brown. And what's this one here? 6.8. I wonder what that measures on this one. Probably should be measuring it on the LCR meter, really. 6.76, pretty accurate. So none of those, unless that that one there. Afternoon, Les. Yeah, any ideas what that is then? Does it use the same colours as capacitors? So it looks like orange, red. I don't know. Is that that's a tantalum as well, I think. I believe that's a tantalum as well. I believe that's a tantalum, and that is a 1. That's a 2.2. Some brand new Siemens caps there, look. 33. This is a job lot of caps that I bought a long time ago in a big box on eBay. And this has been very, very useful. 3.3, I'm getting close. I'm pretty sure that that is a tantalum. I don't know what the value of that one is, so we'll leave that one there and I'll test it on the LCR meter. It might be something like a 0.47 or something like that. Some more in here, what are they? No, they're ceramic disc. A load in here, 4.7, 6.3s, 22s. Those. 10s. Lots of 10s. 22s. Let's get the LCR meter out. This is a bit more accurate. Put that there for a minute. Where's my clips for the LCR meter then? There's one. Oh, hang on. I've also got a bag here, look. That's a bag here. This is the bag I was looking for originally. A bag in there of tantalums. .22s. Some unnamed monsters. Loads of 10s at 16s. There's nearly all 10s in here. There is some smaller ones, but I don't know what they are. There's another one, little tiny blue ones. Has that got a marking on it? No, orange, red again. What's that one little one there? 4.7. Yeah, maybe I don't need a selection. Maybe I just need to spend about 5 days sorting these out. Get myself a little tiny organiser, and spend hours and hours of fun sorting through all these. No, I mean there probably is a one in there somewhere, but I mean look at them all. Look at them all. Am I going to go through all of those? No, I'm not. Let's plug these in. If I can find my other lead, that is. Where's the other lead gone? Where are you, other lead? Let's pinch one of these and hope for the best. So I bought new leads for these. Right, so what I'll do is I'll zero this one up first. Probe compensation, short the probes. Press enter. It's orange red rep is 3.2 NF, is it, Aaron? Yeah, we did have a tantalum issue before. Right, let's see what this is. I think this is a 1. I think this is a 1 here. Let's try this. Yeah, 949 nanofarads, so 1000 NF is going to be 1, isn't it? I believe that's right. 1000 NF is 1 microfarad. Let me just double check myself. Yeah, so it is 1 microfarad. It is a tantalum. Let's see what this little tiny one measures then. Well, that's measuring 1.6 microfarads, like that one. .5 and dropping for some reason. Strange. The only thing I'm not sure of is whether this cap is polarized here. Oh, it is. Positive is there. So yeah, that is a tantalum. So where's the positive on this one? Positive is there. So that's a positive. Let's get this one out and see what it reads on the LCR meter then. This might be a waste of time, but at least we'll be sure we've got a decent cap in there and there can't be any other issues. So if we bend the positive down, it should be fine. Right. Let's see what this one did measure then. See whether this one was any good or not. Look at that. Bang on 1 microfarad. How about that? There was no problem with that one. But there you are. It's got a new one now, so at least it won't be an issue in the future. So let's pop this one back in, and let's see if the radio works. I think the dial cord, which will need doing, will be a lot of cussing and swearing on a separate video for Patreons and channel members, I think. If you're on the video level. I can't remember which one that is. I think it's the second level, isn't it? Right. Oh, because I need to knock it on the head fairly soon, people. Let's put this one back in then. So it can only go one way, which was that way. It's like doing a modular on our 303 or 505. I don't really know how far off the board to space it. I don't really want it touching, I don't suppose, do I? But it won't hurt if it touches, but let's pull it off a little bit. Let's get it soldered up. If I solder one pin on this side, sort of space it out evenly, solder pin on this side, he says, knocking it. And that should hold it in place when I solder the rest of them. So there is a dial cord layout in the manual, which is good news. Is that all of them? So let's get the bottom up, connect the speaker up, and see if we are in business. Oh, hang on, I've got to put the transformer back on as well, haven't I? Let's do that first. Give the pins a bit of a squirt of deoxit though, because they are tarnishing a little bit. It should work, I'm hoping, on battery now. I'm hoping. That's that. And this needs to connect up to there. Now, I did get a photo of which way round it went. And it's the red on the left. Let's just put a little bit of flux on that. And black on the right. Okay, good to go. Have we cured it? Is it gonna play ball? Let's connect it up to my power supply. That's positive. That was negative. So we're now connected up to the bench supply. So I'm hoping still not working. Why is that? Should be working now. No, why isn't that working now? Have we got a break in that wire maybe? You got that one. Yeah, we got a break in the live wire, in the negative wire for some reason. We've got a break in the negative wire. It should be. Hang on, where does that go to? So which is the white wire? What is going on here? I think this wire's broken where it goes through this business. I'm not getting any continuity there. So one of these, I'm not sure which one is which here, but one of these should be connected to that there. It's getting charged up by a capacitor. I think that capacitor there is charging it. Oh, what a pain. So that contact's definitely made now. But we're not getting voltage through, so there must be a dodgy wire here. Let's pull that back out again then. Let's pull the transformer board out. Just when you hoped it would work, it doesn't. Well, this is it. volume control switch open. It works on mains les, but not on the battery. So let me have a look here. That goes to there. That one's okay, no break there. So that is that brown wire. So the positive is the white wire. So that should go to there. No, we've got an open circuit positive there. Oh, where is it though, I wonder? Is it broken here or back here somewhere? Let me just get a really sharp probe and go in. So we've got a break on the positive somewhere. So not only do we have an open circuit switch, we also got a break on the positive wire. Just to be doubly difficult. Let's use a sharp probe so I can pierce the wire. So we know there's nothing between it there and there. It's definitely the white wire. So let's go, just pierce that wire there a minute. Hang on. Okay, it is this. It is this. Yeah, that terminal's not making contact. So what you've got here is you've got a rivet going through. So this piece here is riveted to the wire, and that is not making contact. Oh, that's a shame. So I'm getting contact on the rivet, but I'm not getting contact on the actual castle bit, if you know what I mean. It is very crusty in there. I wonder if a bit of WD-40 on that might free it up and give us a bit of a contact. Should we try switch cleaner first? Let's go in with a bit of deoxit. Let that soak in for a minute. See if I can turn that with the pliers. Okay, I've got movement there, look, now. Has that cured it? Let's have a look. No, it's still not making connection. I can get connection between the rivet in the center and that, but I can't. So if I put the probe here on the center and touch the terminal, oh, is it though, or is it the, yeah, touch that, nothing. It is sort of making a, it's trying. Maybe I just need a bit more manipulation. Ooh. Solder, it's going to melt the rubber though, Bob. It'll melt the rubber, plus it's too rusty to solder really. I'd need to get in there with a Dremel and clean it up. Yeah, I need to get there in there with the Dremel and hit it. Hit it. Right, that's been soaking for a little bit. Let's give it a wipe off. I mean, the deoxit will sort of keep going at that for a while and probably clear it, but let's see if that does anything. Let's see if we've managed to clear it. Yep. That's a yes. Right, so we'll see if we can get radio 4 now. That's FM.
You know, perhaps their attachment style or whatever it is it them? Have they felt this before and then realised that actually it was their head? If this is something they need to speak about with a therapist.
Thank you for listening today, and join us then if you can. Goodbye.
Asking the questions in Brain of Britain was Russell Davis and the producer.
Yeah, that should come right out, that aerial.
Audio production. And have you missed the 2024 quiz contest between the most recent...
Right, where's the tile plate?
You can find it on BBC Sounds. The modern adaptation of an ancient Indian epic continues.
So we've got long wave is that one. Let's see if we've got radio 4 now.
Without getting lost.
That's better. That is better.
In search of control and power.
The gods have spoken, and they've done so for a reason.
Mahabharata now available on BBC Sounds. After the news witness history tracks the journey of the former president of the African National Congress.
That's much more powerful. So it was definitely that wire broken.
BBC News at 5 o'clock. Israeli trade unions have announced a general strike.
So there's all sorts of things interfering with this.
The bodies of 6 hostages were found in a tunnel in Rafah. The Israeli army says they were murdered shortly before soldiers arrived. Hamas denies this. Families of the remaining hostages are urging the government to agree to a ceasefire to get their... Sunday. On BBC Sounds.
That is much better on medium wave.
To the earlier kickoffs in the Premier League, Newcastle
That's very good.
by 2-1. The Premier League.
Shortwave, let's put that back on again. See if that's any better. So that's a lot stronger. That's a hell of a lot stronger. So job done. We've only cracked it. We've only cracked it. I'm glad that connector's come up good though, because that was a bit of a shame that that wasn't working. Sorted. Is that Rich in? How you doing, Rich? Thunder and lightning. It's working, Christoph. We are good to go. Shot probe and go in. Oh dear. Smack the rivet with a punch. Yeah, you could shout. Raining in Penzance, that means it's coming this way. Ready for a long wave way behind mine on long wave. Yeah, you're in a different place to me, Rob. Thanks, Mike. We win the cricket, did we now? So yeah, it's had a bit of a resurrection. I've got to do the dial cord, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do it. And I've got some cosmetics to do, but apart from that, I think we've got a good radio, believe it or not. You know, it's a bit scratchy, but I think it'll clean up all right. I think it will clean up all right. Transita Deluxe. I've got to sort out something for the battery compartment though. That's the only other thing. So I could just glue it together and convert the transformer to US spec by connecting the center tap on the other side. I can test that on my Variac. I can wind it up on my Variac to that voltage, make sure it's all okay. So yeah, good to go. So I need to go and help Mrs. Cruncher with the flat pack, which when I looked out the window just now, it doesn't look to have progressed, so she's not going to be happy. She's not going to be happy. But we're going to give her a hand, haven't we? It's gone dark again. It's gone dark. Russian radio is not doing anything, Chris. It's there. Where's your finger? My finger's there. Burnt a hole in it with the hot glue gun. The hot glue gun, Rich, and hi to you, mate, as well. Please protect your back. Yeah, I'm gonna just be supervising Bob. I can hear her banging stuff now, and that's never a good sign, because that usually means that something's going to be broken and it'll be throw it away. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that today. Look, thanks again for your super chats, etc. And I'm going to catch up with you next week, hopefully. So I know we are planning to do a boot sale at some stage, so I'm not sure when that's going to be, but no, we don't want that. So we don't want that. We want that. So everybody take care. I hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you would. And if you're not subscribed, hit that button. I think we're headed for 7,000 for this Christmas, which would be really nice. So your channel's growing gradually by about 1,000 a year. So it'd be nice to have a massive video, wouldn't it? And a huge jump. But this is a bit of a niche. Bit of a niche market in it, niche channel, so we're never going to make the millions here, but we all have fun anyway. Cheers everybody, and I'll catch you next week. See you soon. Bye for now.